Greetings to you all. My name is Kamuchele, and I'm a student at Central Africa Baptist University. I'm also one of Mike Christ's students. And I must say it's been quite encouraging to have gone under Mike Christ's lecturing. I can boldly say Mike is one of those very, very serious lecturers. But at the same time, he's that lecturer you can build a relationship with outside the classroom. You know, he's interested in knowing you at that personal level. He's interested in just being of help where he can. And for me, that has been of great encouragement. Secondly, Mike is the lecturer that gets to challenge your perspective, you know, not in a disrespectful way, but in a very gracious and patient way. You know, you might have something twisted in your mind about a topic. Take, for instance, the topic of holiness, you know. In our culture here, we tend to think holiness is isolating yourself from everyone else and just being in your own bubble where you don't interact with people who hold a different perspective on certain issues and all that. But it was quite interesting in one of our classes when Mike challenged that perspective by helping us see that holiness is not necessarily closing yourself up in your home or in your house and not having anything to do with people out there. It's actually living in a way that glorifies God in the midst of all the craziness. And that really helped me view a whole lot of things different. I might not have mentioned a hip-hop artist, and due to the fact that I'm a Christian, being a Christian affects how I look at life. And being in the music industry hasn't been the easiest of things. I'm exposed to a whole lot of things, and it's important that I have the right picture or the right perspective on key things like holiness and things to do with the glory of God. And so it's just been of great impact how some of those topics have been broken down. And I can boldly say, as I have my music industry interactions, I'll be able to use that as a platform to preach the gospel. Obviously, in the past, I was using it as a platform to preach the gospel, but there were times when I thought segregating myself from everyone else is actually what would reach out to them or what would preach to them, and have everyone out there join this team over here, not knowing that real life out there, you know, practical life has everything to do with me interacting with people. Obviously, being surrounded by sin, but not taking part of whatever it is that is going on. So anyway, let me not start preaching. I hope I don't sound preachy. Yeah, but all I'm trying to say is that Mike's classes are classes that I enjoy a whole lot. I get to have my perspective challenged, and it's also very encouraging how we also just talk outside the classroom. Like one good example is recently I got married, and it was just so uplifting how Mike was interested in just getting to know more about me and my wife, and just, you know, he shared his life story with me, and that left me so uplifted and so encouraged. So yeah, I'm grateful to have crossed paths with Mike, and I hope to sit into more of his classes and also just do life with him. Yeah.